My career started in the military, and in Vietnam I was assigned to a Department of Defense photo team, and our team traveled all around Vietnam, and what we were doing was basically historical documentation for the military on what we were doing in country. When I saw some of the damage it did to both our military people and a lot of civilians, that experience changed me dramatically in my life. It wasn't something I would have chosen to do if I had a choice. When I left the service in '69, I went back to Milwaukee, my hometown. Rosalise and I went back there as a couple. We were married. I got a job with WISN TV, which is Channel 12 in Milwaukee. And I worked there for 2 years, and I had gotten tired in Milwaukee of people hassling me for my hair and my beard, and said, that's it, I'm out of here. And we went out to San Francisco. Both my wife and I wanted to move there, and I couldn't get the job offer I wanted out there. So on the way back, driving back, we drove through the Twin Cities, and I left my tape, and for some reason they hired me. I was brought on as a photographer for what was called the Moore Report. And then an opportunity opened up with the I-Team.
Tonight we begin another series of I-Team reports.
I thought it would be a wonderful opportunity to work with Don Shelby, Al Austin, and Larry Schmidt, and it was probably the best 11 years of my life here at CCO.
The heart of the operation was Peter Melenda.
One of the gentle people of the station, I think.
Such a good guy, really a good guy. Done amazing work with the I-Team.
WCCO Television News presents Life on Crack Avenue.
That was one of the most amazing documentary-type investigations I've ever seen.
At first, it isn't clear what the pictures show.
There were people in a community in Minneapolis who had made hundreds of requests of police investigations.
So in July, photographer Pete Melenda and I rented one of the apartments and moved in.
They were shooting out the window, they were shooting through holes in the wall.
Armed only with the lens.
Al and I were lucky to get out of there with our lives. Well, I don't think either of us knew how dangerous Crack Street was going to be. But I think the Crack Street story was very important just because of what it tended to do to average people like you and me.
You guys just can't do that no more, okay? Stay out of our house here.
The most important thing that journalists can do is giving voice to the voiceless. And Peter gave them a voice.
You're 21 and just a big kid from a small Minnesota town. Houston, Texas is booming, and you head south.
The Steve Fussum story, you'd think that wouldn't be a very important story because it only involves one person.
A woman says you raped her. Soon you're a suspect in 9 sexual assaults.
We heard just enough information that the station decided to invest money in sending a reporter and myself 3 months down in Texas working on this story.
And reinvestigated the case, proved to a moral certainty that that person could not have been the person responsible for the rape.
It was very gratifying to see that something that we would work on would have that kind of an effect, which was his eventual release from prison.
In 6 days of surveillance, the I-Team watched as Rosso brought juvenile girls to his apartment.
The sexual abuse of children was the most important story as far as I was concerned.
The first of its kind ever on television.
It was basically an unknown problem.
In 6 days, we watched nearly 70 men enter Rosso's one-room efficiency.
I had never seen Peter as serious during a shoot.
That was so meaningful, just impacted me so much, and I felt so good about what we were doing in terms of, being journalists.
This sounds a little bit like bragging, but let me tell you what he was a part of. 5 national Emmys. Then there were Peabodys, the Columbia DuPont Awards, the first place investigative category internationally by the RTNDA. So Peter shot the best in the world.
Good luck, old man. Good luck.
Peter, I'll never ask you to shoot sports again.
I will miss bugging you, but I will occasionally call you to remind you how much I do miss you.
Peter, I think you should tear up your resignation letter and make it 40 years.
Thinking about all the things you taught me over the years. I thought Peter Melenda retired 3 years ago.
I respect that you lasted so long, and I'm just glad I got to be part of the final year and a half of it.
And before you go, make sure you take this back. I need to return this CD that I borrowed from you.
Ow, a sex machine!
I got to say goodbye to my shower buddy. For those of you who weren't there in Grand Forks in 1997, we went a week or so without showering and finally got down to an elementary school that let us in, and so a group of us are taking a shower, and I turn around and who's taking a picture of us but Peter Melinda, my shower buddy. You'll never be the same. Thanks.
You know, Pete, I really wanted to thank you for all the time and years you mentored me and took me from nothing, and I wanted to express that, but Shelby took up all the fucking time.
You know, I'm very emotional about Peter leaving. You know, I was a sound man for a while, and then when he moved upstairs, I actually moved up to 3rd in seniority. But then when he destroyed the IT department along with Bob Hernandez and Bob Cowan, I moved back to 6th. But starting Friday, I'm back to 3rd in seniority. So it's taken me 25 years to get back to where I started, but I'm really sad to see Peter go.
Peter, you are a good man. We will miss you very much.
39 years. Congratulations.
We're very proud of your service.
Gotta go on. Peter would want that.
Peter, we both started together in the old building on 9th Street. We survived.
We're not really jealous or anything.
Love you. Have a great retirement.
Peter's the guy, he's the old guy.
You're the man.
Right, with the beard.
I'm envious.
He makes the best guac.
What?
Good luck.
Have a great trip, load up that bug, and head west.
I can't believe after 38 years he's still riding his bike to work.
You know, a lot of us say, oh, people should give, people should do, we all need to chip in a little bit more. But Peter's one of the only people I know who really does it.
Peter's such a giving guy. Except when they had these clothing drives at St. Stephen's, I hated that we had to drive everywhere and he would be naked.
Rolling, hit my 5.0, put my rag top down so my hair can blow.
No one really knows what it's like to work with their father for 18 years, to be able to see him every day. It's been real fun, and I'll miss him a lot here around the station.
Proof of a good father is how good the son turned out. I think it's because of Peter and Rosalie's that he is.
I don't know if this will be on, but without Rosalie's being willing to do so much of the work with our family, I don't know if I would have had all the chances to do everything I did. She picked up the ball so many times, you know, when I was working, taking care of the kids, you know. I can't tell you enough about how grateful I am to her for being willing to do that.
Lives have been improved as a result of being in Peter's midst. And that's what we should always remember Peter for. Kindness.
How I stumbled into this business, I don't know, but it's just been a wonderful career.